Hi there and welcome to today's Grace for Today. Today we're going to be talking about having our eyes opened to see things as they really are. But before we do that, I'd really encourage you to go to our Facebook page, to share the content, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, switch on the notifications by clicking on the bell, and to share this content if you've been blessed by it. Now, the verse that we're going to speak about today is found in Ephesians chapter 1 and verses 18 through 19. And it says this, that the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling, what are the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints, and what is the exceeding greatness of his power toward us who believe. Today we're really going to think about having the eyes of our understanding enlightened, as Paul prayed to the church in Ephesus. You know, God is with us all the time, even when we don't really realise it. There are so many times where God has blessed me and been with me and protected me when I haven't even realised. But there was one occasion many years ago when Heather and I were on holiday. We were in Russia. This was in 2002. We went to St. Petersburg and we had been out for the day and we were due to fly home the following morning. We were with two friends and we were trying to get a bus back to the hostel that we were staying in, and we got on the bus travelling back towards the hostel, and as you know, the Russian alphabet is a little bit different to ours, so we were looking at maps trying to read signs and we had no clue where we were. Eventually, this was pretty late at night, about 11 o'clock at night. We're on the bus, and the next thing, the bus arrived at the terminal at the end of the line. We had missed our bus stop, and we're standing there, the four of us, looking at a map thinking, how are we going to get out of this one? We didn't know where to go to find our hostel. We didn't know where we were. We were completely stuck. So we got off the bus, we're standing in this bus terminal, and this guy came up to us with perfect English and he said, "Can I help you?" And we said, "Yeah, listen, we're trying to get back to our hostel, which is here. We don't know where we are." And he said, "What you got to do, go out of here, turn right, there'll be a bus stop. A bus will come along in a few minutes' time. Get that bus, get off on the second stop, and you'll be at your hostel." We thought, oh, okay, great. Do we trust this guy? But we did trust him. So we turned around, picked up our bags, and went to make our way out of the bus terminal, turned around, the guy was gone. And we couldn't possibly have seen where he couldn't have gone anywhere without us seeing him. We have no idea where he came from. And I am convinced to this day that God brought that man, potentially that angel, for us to be able to get back to where we needed to get to. God looks after us, even in the strangest of places, in the most amazing ways. And God is with you. And I really pray that today, just like that in that verse, that the eyes of your understanding would be opened and enlightened to know that God is for you, that the riches of his glory are for you. It's his glory, it's his inheritance, it's his power in those verses. And that's all yours because of what Jesus has done for you. And just like we spoke about last week with Elisha and his servant Gehazi, remember he prayed that his eyes would be opened, that he would see things as they are and not as they appeared. And so we just pray that you would see things differently, you'd see things from God's perspective. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 18 it says that the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Let me say that again. The things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are not seen are eternal. The things that you can't see are more real than the things that you can't see. And while we may not physically see angels today, we know that God is with us. We know that they are all around us. God has promised that he will never leave you or forsake you in Hebrews 13 and verse 5. He has promised that his goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. Remember in Psalm 23. So my confidence is not what I see. It's not in the things that are happening around me, but in God's promise, in God's everlasting love for me. And as you put your trust in God, you can access the riches of his inheritance. And I pray that today your eyes might be opened to experience the full blessing of what Jesus has done for us on Calvary. So today I pray, God, that you would open our eyes. Help us to see the full nature of the inheritance of what we have in you. God, I pray that our eyes would be opened and our understanding to see that you are with us and that your angels encamp all around us. Lord, that we may know that you are for us and therefore no one can stand against us. Now, if you have your communion stuff, we're just going to take communion now. And as we take this bread, we remember that this signifies Jesus' body broken for us. And through this, we have access to God. We have access to Jesus and all that he has purchased for us. So Lord, I thank you for this bread. I thank you for your body, and I receive it now in Jesus' name. as we take this cup, we are reminded that Jesus' blood cleanses us from all sins, and that we therefore have the righteousness of Christ. God, I thank you that I can take of this juice now, and I can drink and feast on the fullness of all that Jesus has inherited for me, and in the fullness of his power. And Lord, I receive it now in Jesus' name. So have a really blessed day. Remember that you may not be able to physically see angels, you may not know what's going on, but be assured of this. God is with you, and he will protect you, and he is always for you. Have a great day and be blessed in Jesus' name.